everyone. If you would please put your palms together for a meditation reading. Your hand opens and closes. Open and closes. If it were always a fist or always stretched open, you would be paralyzed. Your deepest presence is in every small contracting and expanding. The two as beautifully balanced and coordinated as bird wings. Rumi, a 13th century poet, scholar. If you would please put your palms together in Gasho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. The other day, I was talking to a friend, and we were talking about the changing of the seasons. And in Buddhism, we observe two changes. Summer, spring into summer, summer into fall. And during that time, it's equal weather. Not too hot, not too cold. Days are just as long as the nights. And if you think about it, it shows us a middle, a balance. So I was thinking, oh, the middle way. We never discussed the middle way. What is the middle way? To me, I see the middle way as just a balance. Just about, if it's too much of one thing, it makes the other side lopsided. So a balance where it's all even. Such as the day the Gautama Buddha stopped his search. And he went down to the river to bathe. And there was a milkmaid there who fed him just enough milk gruel to satisfy him. The Buddha was just emaciated. His ribs showed, his cheeks were sunken in. She thought he was a tree nymph. But he ate just enough. Not too much, because he was starving for 6 years. But he ate enough to satisfy him. And then, as he was sitting by the river, he heard a lute teacher floating by in a boat with a student. And the teacher told his student, if your strings are too tight, the notes will be too sharp and your string can break. But if your strings are too loose, your sound is dull and the music is not good. So it has to be in between. In between. The middle way. And that came to the Gautama Buddha's mind. What is the middle way? And that's when he went to seek enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. He fought those evils of his pros and cons. He fought, his desire, his anger, his greed, his lust. And he found a balance. And so today we look at what makes us a balanced person. We try to live this life where it's balanced and everything is hunky-dory. But when we get that little bit of greed or anger or impatience, and our ego gets in the way. Oh, look what's happening. It's weighing us down. And it's making the other side lift up because it's empty. So when we get angry, when we have that greed in us, isn't it more finding that balance between the anger? What's causing the anger? What can I do to make it go back to even, to being balanced? And we take that first step. We have to be the first to take that step, to really think how to create a balance in our lives. You know, and I think as we mature in life, it gets to the point where we've already made our living, we've raised a family, we've done what we pretty much set out to do. And so now we can create more of a balance for ourselves. We wish we could do that when we were younger. But so many circumstances, so many causes, you know, it becomes unbalanced. And it's just being able to find that balance. Where is your balance? Where is that equal balance in your life? How do you create it? How do you make it yours? And that's where we take that first step. We look and we study, and we really truly concentrate, focus on the pros and cons of everything we do. I mean, it's not spending hours whether, you know, you're going to decide to cook or not, or, you know, but weighing it out. Weighing everything out. Every decision is made with a balance. Because for each decision we make, there comes consequences. And we look towards the Buddhist teachings and our Nembutsu, our Namu Amida Butsu, for the guidance when we get a little stuck and it gets stuck this way, or maybe it's this way. We look towards the teachings of the Buddha. Look at what the words are saying to us, to just give us some kind of guidance. Doesn't mean you have to follow them, but it gives us guidance. It's not written in stone and says you have to do this. It gives you a choice. So your decisions, your solutions, is a choice you make, along with the consequences that may arise from it. So balance. A balance of still taking the consequences, but maybe it's not as severe. But there's always consequences. And that comes with thinking and trusting in our Namu Amida Butsu. And looking towards the teachings to give us directions. Sounds simple. You know, I can sit here and I can say all these things, but it's when we actually put it into actions that's very difficult. And we don't have to do it all at once. There's the balance again. Taking it a little bit at a time, learning from those steps. And then when it comes to big decisions or maybe that big choice, we can find a balance. Everything is baby steps. and weighing things out, finding a balance. And that comes with our greed, our anger, impatience, even our ego. Remember, we want a balance, and if the ego is way up there, the bottom is going down. What we want is to be able to bring both to an even keel. Something to think about. Something to ponder during these days where everything is slowing down a little bit, and we're hunkering in and readying ourselves for the winter months. Something to think about. Weighing things out, finding a balance. And we may never ever find that balance, but it's always there for us. And it is always in our Namu Amidavas. So if you would please join me in Gasho. Can you say me? Namu Amidavas. Namu Amidavas. Namu Amidavas.